Could you imagine the thoughts Mary had to have faced? Carrying a child at such a young age, she was bound for being nothing but a disgrace. Easily, she could have walked away, running as fast as she could, the opposite way, yelling, "No, God, I will not be put on display as a whore or a fake," but instead she embraced the plans that God placed, saying, "I am the Lord's maid, ready to serve. Let it be with me just as you say." There's more to Mary's story. It's beyond the fact that she was just a virgin. She responded to God's invitation, allowing the Holy Spirit to begin within a revival that would last longer than time could ever expand. She chose to carry grace in form of a man that came with no demand, but to give us a choice. You see, Mary was God's first responder, accepting the challenges that came and made her ponder the insecurities, the humiliation, the disgust, and all of the lies, but not once did she compromise her integrity, because she knew that God was satisfied already. And what we fail to realize is that God did not send Jesus to criticize our lives, but as more than just a sacrifice. He's more like a prize that we get to accept or reject. Deuteronomy 30:19 says, "I call heaven and earth against you today. I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore, choose life so that you and your offspring may live." Mary chose life. She could have walked away and not put up with the strife, but she made a sacrifice that allowed a man to bring life to a dead-end world that knew nothing but lies. And just like Mary, we have that same choice to carry Jesus through all the noise. But wait, before you make up your mind, let's think about how Mary felt as she gave birth that night. As the shepherds, the three kings, and as all the angels came, Mary had to have realized that what she went through was not in vain, but instead they proclaimed, because joy was brought to earth that day, and because Mary first responded, we now have that same choice to receive that same joy. And I'm talking about joy, unspeakable joy, when no tongue can tell about the goodness all around. Joy, unspeakable joy, because you chose to carry, just like Mary, Jesus. Joy, unspeakable joy in the midst of all of your sorrow. Joy, unspeakable joy when you feel like you just can't face tomorrow. Joy, unspeakable joy when your marriage and your family are falling apart. Joy, unspeakable joy. Do you want it? Just give him your heart. Joy, unspeakable joy.